All right guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jared, and today we are going to revisit shooting a stage and some stage planning here. I wasn't able to make the last video, had some administrative things for our class that we were doing out here at Defender Ranch I had to take care of. But today we set up a stage here. We're gonna have our guys walk through it, go through, develop their own plan, and then they're gonna tell us what that plan is, and then they're gonna execute on that. So what we're looking for is, do you have a plan, right, first of all, and then are you going to execute that plan? The hardest part, I know for me as a shooter, is the second I have some sort of hiccup, something goes wrong, I tend to let that plan also just leave my mind, and then it kind of turns into a cluster of sorts. Jackson is going to be our first guy, so he's going to take a look at this. We'll come back to him and he's going to tell you what his plan is.
Like Jared said, I'm up first. I already did a walkthrough, saw what I needed to see. It's very important. Last time we did this with Billy, to basically walk through every corner so you don't miss a target like we did. For me, I'm going to be working right to left. I think I'll start feet on here at the buzzer. Take these first, basically 4 targets all on the move. Stop right here. Take the far right that's visible between the barriers or barrels down there, and then transition over to this one that I can see. I'm gonna reload, hopefully without breaking the 180. Be conscious of that. Get to this corner where I can take the last 2 of this field. And then I'm gonna do a little cheeky cut of the borders, come back here, take these 2, and the last one. That's the plan anyway. See if we can make it happen.
Completely cold, haven't fired around all day. It's been super windy, so this will be interesting. Just like a real match.
Just like a real life match.
For standby.
Oh.
All right, if you are finished, unload and show clear or holster the gun. Do whatever you want as long as it's safe. Range is clear, 21:39. We'll go total up the points here.
Overall, I'd say that went okay. In typical fashion for me, that was a brand new gun that I've never shot before. I mean, it's a Glock, so didn't think there would be malfunctions, but here we are. That kind of gave me a little hang up. Overall, I feel like I stuck to my plan, even though I had malfunctions. Ended up with 2 Charlies. Had a couple good makeups, I felt like, that were worth taking the extra time to get those points. I feel okay with that, but everybody else will run, we see how I stack up.
So Jackson had a time of 21.39. He had 2 Charlies is all, so a hit factor of 542 on that run. Next up will be Miles.
I'm doing basically the opposite of Jack. I'm going that way, but I took 2 main things from when we did this with Billy last time, and it was always stay moving. And Charlies aren't that big of a deal. You only drop 2 points, so don't spend a ton of time making up Charlies like I did. If you obviously miss the whole target, make it up. But because of that, I'm gonna try to be backing up and shooting everything I can see that direction, which is 3 targets, shooting what I can see this direction, which is 3 targets, and then cutting across with a reload, and then shooting everything I can see here through the window. Shoot this on the move, hopefully don't hit the no shoot, and then this final target over from the corner. It's not gonna happen like that, but that's the plan.
Shooters, stand by. .1566.
So we really solidified the going for speed over accuracy on this. I had, what do I have, 9 Charlies, 3 Deltas. Yikes.
Dang, it's close.
But I ran it in 1566. I still beat Jack.
So a hit factor of 574.
Accuracy doesn't matter.
Well, it's a balance of speed and accuracy. If you're crazy fast, then yeah, accuracy doesn't matter. Well, ish, you know, you
Like,
can't throw mics.
If I had thrown a mic at all
it
or
does
no
matter.
shoot,
That was a
it
joke.
just would have been irrelevant and I would have lost to Jack. So you still have to get on paper at the very least.
Yep. Who's our next shooter?
Old collie boy.
Colin?
I'm going third. I am gonna do something different than both of them, just slightly. I forgot about the little hack where you could cut through there. So my plan is coming through here. Hopefully I don't break the 180 because I'm gonna come over here, stop short, get this one, and then get this one as I leave, and then turn and get these 3 as I make my way down here. And then I'm gonna hit this corner here, grab this one behind the wall over here, move to center and try and get these 2 and stop or grab the one through the window here. And then I'm gonna come over here, grab this one while I make my way here and get that last one over there.
Stand by.
Oh, shit.
All right, if you're finished, holster up or unload or show clear. Do whatever you want. 22-33.
I shot Jared's barrel
22-33.
and there was no hiding it. It made a pretty decent noise. So far, slowest time. No surprise there. We got 8 Charlies and 3 Deltas, and he's doing the hit factor right now.
4.12. It's awkward, right? Around that thing of ammo.
It's awkward to see that crappy of a score.
All right, we are gonna have our buddy Bryan. He is the manager here at Defender Ranch, and he is going to run this stage. So I'm gonna let Bryan tell you his stage plan.
How's it going? I'm Bryan. Here's my plan. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna come off and shoot that long one to the right, and then I'm gonna back up and shoot these 3. And then take these 2, reload, come right here so I don't break the 180, and then come right in this corner, shoot these 3, and the one through the window.
Stand by. If you are finished, unload and show clear. All right, 2064. 2064. Pretty good run. There was just one pretty crucial mistake.
Oh, I missed the target. It's only my 3rd target I was shooting.
But you did execute your plan, because when you talked about it, you only pointed at one of those targets when you explained it.
I came out with a 416 hit factor, and I don't know, I missed the target, so.
My strategy is I'm gonna take a little bit more risk by shooting a far target to start, but that's gonna cut out the whole need to get to a side of this stage layout. So I'm gonna come in, take this target, so I should be shooting pretty quickly, and then I can shoot my way out of that position into this position, and then this guy reload. I'm gonna have to post up right here on this wall. So I'll come in here, take this guy, and then I'm gonna take this guy, walk into this guy, get around this corner, take the barrel guy, and I'm right here. So really, I just am kind of doing almost a half of a C. So should be a lot of shooting with not a lot of moving in between. So the only place is this, which I'm gonna be reloading.
Stand by. $13.15.
Couple makeups. Little hesitation. I should have been exiting this position on this, so I should have already been stepping and been a little bit more efficient on that reload. 806 hit factor. So had a couple of deltas, had 3 Charlies, 2 deltas. That is something that shouldn't happen, especially at these distances. So I feel like it was decent, especially for cold run, literally a little bit cold too. So now we'll go ahead and have a discussion, kind of break down what our thought process was and why we did what we did. And then if anyone's changed their mind after seeing other people run it. Jackson, we'll talk about your run first. Sounds like he would change it based on conversation before we get back on camera. Billy Barton of Spec Train was out here, and one thing that he says, which I really like, is spend the most amount of time shooting, right? And that's where moving and shooting is the best way to accomplish that. So anytime that you can start moving and shooting out of one position into another, and then if you do have to reload, should be covering a piece of ground that you really can't do much shooting. Doesn't work out that way all the time, but if it is there, then that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think I could have made up a ton of time, obviously. I basically went along the outside edge of the entire thing and basically let the stage play me like a fiddle.
So another thing that I would say is you only shot 2 Charlies, and then you had at least 2, if not more, makeups where you shot a Charlie and then you made it up. So kind of the difference, say, in Miles' strategy was I'm just gonna go quick, and if I throw a Charlie or a Delta or whatever, like it is what it is, and I'm just gonna keep flowing, right, instead of that. So it would be interesting to me to see you do that again and run it at kind of the pace I know you're capable of, and see what the difference in time is, and then what hit factor scoring would be if you threw more Charlies or a Delta.
Actually ran it quick.
Yeah, but ultimately, I think the big thing that killed a lot was you did a reload across the front here, and then after you had to put the gun down and cover a whole bunch of ground and post up before you could continue shooting.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say I would change. I mean, after seeing Jared run it, obviously I would just copy him because
I don't know what I'm doing.
It worked well for not knowing what you're doing.
I'm just making this up for the internet.
Yeah, I would just do that because it's better.
So you want to step up here and then basically watch yourself run through the stage and hit every target, right, that you know where it is, and have that the very last thing that's on your mind before you go, right? And then that way you're not gonna bypass the target, forget something like that, right? Or potentially have those little like flow hesitations where you're like, okay, what am I doing? Boom, boom. Oh, right? I kind of forgot that one, right? That way you can know, hey, the second I get around this corner, I'm doing this and moving out. Because I see, like something I see in myself too, is sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna shoot this, and I'll start moving before I actually shot the target that I need to, so I've got to come back, right? It's just working out those so that you can execute. I think that's the hardest part of running a stage, is just executing what's in your mind, right? And that's the other thing about watching somebody. You got your plan, and all of a sudden you see them do something, you're like, holy crap, that was brilliant. And you're next. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna do what they did. I'm not really sure. I think this is what they did. All right, timer, go.
Yeah. If I would have gone second, I would have 100% changed my run.
Right. So.
But that's the joy of competition. If you're dumb,
all right.
you're screwed.
So here's. All right, guys, a lot of fun. We did a video similar to this with Billy Barton of Spec Train. If you haven't seen that, we recommend you go back a couple videos and check that one out. Kind of give you some context on what we're working on today. Thank you for watching. This was a lot of fun. We all got to run this once and see how we did. Obviously, there's a lot of guys that are seeing things differently. So when you stage plan, make sure that you're looking at how you can shoot as often as possible. The more shooting while you're moving between positions, the faster you'll be. And I notice that I can be a little bit more careful, say more reactive shooting necessarily than predictive, unless it's like an attack target. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments. Also, we're open to criticism because we're gonna get it whether we like it or not. So let us know what you think we did right and definitely what we did wrong. Until next time, we'll see ya.